Lap number 10 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us from the shortest and the slowest that was Martinsville to the longest and the fastest Talladega Superspeedway and the running of the Winston 500 as we're set for 29 laps of action. I guarantee the racing here today will be absolutely awesome. There's no other word to say it here. It always is at Talladega Superspeedway for sure. On the pole for this event here, it is Zach Rogers on the pole at 189 miles per hour, his pole speed. His alongside will be Cole Beaver, car number 3, the GM Goodwin Chevrolet. And as alongside, we will actually give you the rest of the starting lineup in a separate video actually too. And we come up here in just a minute though. The field of 41 lined up here for an absolute. Well, it'll be an absolutely awesome afternoon. There's really no other word to put it here at Talladega for sure here. So that said, here we gave you the front row already. Here's the entire starting lineup for this Winston 500. Basically, this is basically the same thing we did in the Daytona 500. We'll probably be doing it for all the plate races for sure. We'll know that for sure, and maybe we'll also do it for the All-Star race at Charlotte. So here's the start. So here's the command to fire the engines for the Winston 500. Oh yes. The thunder of 41 engines come to life here as we're ready for some racing at well over 200 miles per hour is what we're going to be looking for here today at the Winston 500 here today at Talladega Superspeedway. We'll be back for the start right after this. Field is rounding turns 3 and 4 here. Zach Rogers, we mentioned on the pole for this event, the pole speed 189 miles per hour, but they will be a whole lot faster than that in the draft. Especially you got these cars as running as wild as they were. We had a 6 caution fest at Martinsville, but that was short track racing. This speeds of over 90 miles per hour. You're going to see speeds well over 100 miles an hour, more than that here today. Pace car looks off on the pit road. Again, the start-finish line would be right about here if this was Daytona, but not so at Talladega. Here, Talladega start-finish line is just past the exit of pit road. As they're approaching right now, green flag is out, and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. These CTS physics cars here in CTS physics, though, they tend to get up to speed quicker than they would in Cup physics or GNS physics for that fact too. Rogers has the lead. Here to come the backstretch here for the first time here today. Speed's building up 188 miles an hour, 190 now halfway down the backstretch. As Ryan George goes low, he'll try to take the lead. Benjamin Miles making a 3 wide. He does make a 3 wide for third place, though, however. Now for second place on the inside of Zach Rogers for position as they come off turn number 4. And in fact, Miles is going to try to take the lead here. He started this race 9th in the order as you saw the starting lineup. And he goes from 9th to 1st on the first lap of this race here. That shows you how quick these cars Go up, and oh, Palm's already in turn number 1! The big one is already struck on the second lap of this race. Levi McIntyre involved, Joshua Osborne, Nathan Ormond. 2 of the Sanford siblings are involved, Gene and Henry both. Jacob Thibodeau involved. There's Wade Brummer in the 70, Zachary Fitzwater in 29. I thought I saw Shelton go around. There's Jesse Turner, his car on a bank glitch here. Dylan Poteet, 22 is involved. Damage to the Levi McIntyre car. His day is pretty much ruined. There's the rest of the field taking the yellow flag here to start the... Let's take a look at what happened to start the melee that happened at here at Talladega. Wait, remember when we used to have caution-free races at Talladega? Huh. Pepperidge Farm remembers, I'm sure, but... Yeah, they went 4-1. As a note, they tend to go 4-1 on this version of Talladega a lot. Nathan Ormond just turned Jesse Turner right there. Turns him right into Dylan Poteet. Seth Cole. There's McIntyre in 17. He's spinning right there. And then several cars. Just absolutely nowhere for them to go, but right into each other. Seth Cole, I think he's going to... Yeah, Seth Cole flips in the 52 car. There he is upside down. There's Poteet spinning right there. Now below there, Charles Sanford in 24. I think he's got a little bit of damage maybe, but he's involved. He was involved in the crash somewhat. But he's involved somewhat here in his crash here. Jesse Turner drives underneath Seth Cole in the 52 car. Right there, and just... I think Seth and Jesse just went hi to each other while Seth's upside down, and Jesse's bulldozing him from the bottom. And Seth goes back up and over. I know he's going to go back on all 4 wheels, look like right there, but he's just going to remain on his roof. Maybe. Yep, he is going to remain on his roof. There's Shelton going by. But what a bad crash for Seth Cole in the 52 car. Shelton actually happened to have one of our in-car cameras for today's race here. Let's take a look at what she saw at the end of the second lap, at the end of this first lap. On board with Jessica Shelton. Well, that knocked her back to 24th position here, and what a lot of cars, but a lot of really good cars taken out of this race here for sure. So with that said, Rob Evans is going to be the one leading the race here. Benjamin Miles is second position. Kyle Matthews is third. Fourth is Quentin Moore, who has our second in-car camera, as does Keith Batson. He's our third in-car camera in this race here. Quentin Moore's third, Gardner's fourth, Batson's fifth in this race here. So the field comes through the start-finish line here. Rob Evans, the winner of the season at Texas, leads him down on the green flag. Remember, we've had 9 winners in the first 9 races this season. Rob Evans trying to become one of the first drivers to go to win his second race of the season, possibly. Green flag back out. We're back underway here on lap number 7 here at Talladega. Oh, and Rob Evans, I think he's got some problem with his car. He drops down on the low side of the racetrack here. Rob Evans did not get going on the racetrack here, and he's got a problem, obviously, on the number 12 by Best's Buick. Oh, my gosh. Number 12 car, tough break for that team there. Had some high hopes for possibly... For a really good run here today. And there's Jacob Thibodeau on the... Actually, he looks like he's the leader, but he's actually not. He's on the tail end of the lead lap in 37th. Meantime, Quentin Moore was the one that had the lead, but here comes Johnny Gardner to low side with the help of Keith Batson in 28. And the yellow flag flies for the second time here today at Talladega. And Joshua Osborne was the one that spun, as was Sanford. Are we going to have a caution fest at Talladega in a series for once? I don't know. That's what it's looking like right now. And they got 4 wide again coming off turn number 4, and this time Sanford, Charles Sanford was the one that got right into Osborne, and turned him right into Gene Sanford. So are we ever going to get a green flag run at Talladega? I do not know what's going on here. I don't know if it's the heater. I don't know if it's Talladega heat or what, but neither driver obviously getting any much damage from this whole deal there. But that's that's pretty much what happened. You saw there with the 31 and 98 cars. So now 4 cars are in the inside lane here. Now not on the lead lapper, obviously here. That's Jesse Turner, Wade Brummer, Rob Evans, and Jacob Thibodeau. I'll tell you, the way this thing's going right now, though, we may have one of these 4 cars come back from come from a lap down to possibly win this race. Possibly, I don't know. Johnny Garner leads, and it's Quentin Moore, Keith Batson, Kyle Matthews, and Benjamin Miles the top 5. Then it's 6th position is William Brock. 7th is Cole Bieber. 8th is Nathan Hudson. 9th position right now is Bill Parker, with Matt McIntyre right now running in 10th position. Here to come off turn number 2 here. Let's see what happens here. On the backstretch here, the cars are starting to fan out a little bit. 3 wide here. Kyle Matthews to the low side, trying to get by the lap car Jesse Turner. Meantime, Quentin Moore trying to make a move on Johnny Garner for the lead. That didn't work, and as they remain 1st, 2nd, and 3rd here, with Gardner leading, Moore 2nd, and Batson in 3rd. Now Matthews and Bieber both finally get by, and they're going to go 3 wide for the lead here, possibly. Nope. Yeah, they are going to go 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Batson. Car 28, Texaco Havlin 4th to the low side. Wow, that was close. And they gave the lead, looked like the Gardner the last time by. Yes, they did. But watch Johnny go backwards in a number 8 car here as they come off turn number 2. And it's Keith Batson going to the lead now. 12 and the 5 cars are both trying to push him. 12 car of Evans, he's not on the lead lap here, obviously, in 35th position. But the 30 car is on the lead lap, and here he comes to the low side for the lead. And here comes Jay Jefferson, car number 30. 3 wide, about 3 rows deep here, and now 12 car of Evans. Well back in the lead lap for only a second there, but here comes Jefferson back to the low side. He's got Paul Minnick and Dylan Young to the low side. $198 miles an hour into turn number 1 here. And that was the last lap by the leader, obviously. Dylan Young, Seth Cole, and Nathan Orman all out of the race here because of the crashes earlier. And again, 4 cars not on the lead lap here. Zachary Fitzwater, fast lap race so far at 200.15 miles an hour. So we told you we were going to see 200 miles an hour, and oh no, they're going to go 4 wide through turns 4 again. This is going to be disastrous, possibly off turn number 4. Let's see. Nope, they hold on. For now, they do. Dylan Young for the lead here in car number 2. He led the last time by. Oh, keep it 3 wide, guys, in the turn number 1. They do. And Phil Parker, though, about slamming the door on Christian Russell in the 7 car. And he's making his way through the field here. Remember, Christian Russell at a 5th place run in the Daytona 500. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the same setup he had in the Daytona 500, though, because he ran excellent that whole day. He's got one of the best in Kyle Matthews right there behind him in the number 42 car. Jay Jefferson dives low. He's going to try to squeeze in between the 5 and the 7 cars, and he does so. And meantime, William Brock in car number 4 goes for the lead in the Kodak Film Chevy. Is he going to lead that lap from Dylan Young? Woo, that was close. And they gave it to Young by just a smidgen at the start-finish line. And here they come. Oh no, they're 4 wide off turn number 2. And boys and ladies and gentlemen, that is what 200 miles an hour looks like from the speed shot. Just incredible stuff here at Talladega Superspeedway. Brought to the lead now. In the second position goes Paul Minnick. Here comes Christian Russell trying for in third position here, but here comes Kyle Metcalf. He's going to shove Russell up the track into the 7 car. Nathan Hudson's in there. Fitzwater, Ryan George, Jackson Haywood in the 15 car. And meantime, some of the cars that were in the first crash earlier, a couple of them are actually back in the pack of cars here. Jessica Shelton included, the number 9 car. There she is. She's in 23rd right now. You're on board with Jessica Shelton. Winner of the last race on the tour at Martinsville. Right there behind Jesse Turner in 94 as they come down the backstretch here. Turner again not on the lead lap. $11 laps to go here in the Winston 500. There's Quentin Moore's view in car number 21. And there's the rear bumper cam from Quentin Moore's machine looking right at Johnny Gardner and Jessica Shelton both. 10 laps to go in the Winston 500. Now you're looking at Zachary Fitzwater in the 29 Hardy's car. He gets by Anderson in the 90 car, the Hollig Mars machine. Anderson having a tremendous run here today in that number 30 in the number 90 machine. He's up to 8th. Down the low side, Jay Jefferson, 3 lap for the lead here. The 33 car again, not on the lead lap. That is Jacob Thibodeau. He's 35th at the moment. Oh, this is going to be disastrous on that 4th turn. Gardner, I thought it was going to get turned by Paul Minnick. But that does not do so. Now to come for the lead goes Mike Becker in 43. Becker has won here at Talladega before. He would love to do it again. 9 laps to go. Two caution periods have slowed this race down, though, but this is not slowing down the excitement we're about ready to have here. Look at the lap speeds here. 200, almost 203 miles an hour by Zach Rogers. 202.843, the fastest lap of the race so far. And they're cranking them up here. This is not over by a long shot here. Definitely not over by a long shot. You paid your money? Now take your choice. Quentin Moore, car 21 to the low side, looks for the lead. He's got it from Mike Becker, so move the sit go forward up to the number 1 spot. 1992 Morgan Shepherd Specialties driving here. But here comes number 10, Paul Minnick to the low side. He got it with a big head of steam to the low side. Jesse Turner in 94 dives low here. Turner in 38th position. He's not only low, but he can sure mix things up here. And I smell trouble brewing right here down this back here. Zach Rogers dips low, and here we go! Laura Chung has hit the 4 car of William Brock. Keith Batson involved. Thibodeau's involved. Alex Miller involved. Jackson Haywood. There's Matt Haas. Adam Garcia. I don't know if there's any damage to Garcia's car. No, there ain't. He's clean, looks like. So he might still make a go of it there. When was the last time you ever had 3 caution flags in my series? When was the last time that ever happened? Keep your eye on what happened here between Zach Rogers and Adam Garcia. Garcia didn't leave Rogers much room there. He moves Rogers down the apron of the track. Goes up against the 14 car. Well, actually, Garcia went up against the 4 car. And then caused this crash to happen here. There's Thibodeau in the 33 car. We mentioned Matt Haas involved. Oh my god, there's where the 83 car got the damage. He hit Laura Chung in a 75 car. '75, the 4, the 83, and the 33, and the 28. They're all getting the fuzzy end of that deal, and I think so the 18 as well. He got squeezed. He got squished in by Adam Garcia. On board with Keith Batson. So that's how quick things can happen at Talladega. That is for darn sure here. And I take Aaron, and hold on to your helmets, folks, here, because we're going to have a 3-lap shootout here at Talladega Super Speedway in the Winston 500. So dare I say, checkers or wreckers here today at the world's fastest speedway. Set the bill for you here. Paul Minnick is the leader. Second is Benjamin Miles. Third right now is third position is Mike Becker. Fourth is Quentin Moore. Fifth right now is Matt McIntyre. Kyle Matthews is sixth. Phil Parker. Last plate race he won was the last plate race of the season was the last plate race was the Daytona 500. He's looking for the plate race to keep his plate race sweep intact. He's in seventh right now. He's pretty much very much in contention to do so. Jordan Anderson's eighth, a good day for him. Good day also for Gene Samper, a former winner at Talladega. She's in ninth. In 10th position is Zachary Fitzwater. 11th is Jay Jefferson. 12th is Henry Samper. 13th is Nathan Hudson. 14th, Johnny Gardner. 15th, Zach Rogers. Cole Deaver, 16th. 17th is Dylan Young. 18th is Ryan George. 19th, Charles Samper. And 20th is Jessica Shelton. That's how they run right now here. As they come out to number 4, they'll be the green flag here, coming with 3 laps remaining. Will be on lap number 27. Pace car will duck off on the pit road. Boy, fasten out all these cars left in this race here. They better fasten their seatbelts very tight because it's going to be quite a ride. Here, green flag is out. 3 laps remaining. Here in the Winston 500, who's it going to be in victory lane? Miles and Minnick. Pulling ahead just a little bit, though, but Rob Evans closing up in that number 12 machine. Evans, again, not on the lead lap, but he's, like I said, those lap cars can sure mix things up. He and Jesse Turner both. And here comes 21, Quentin Moore. We know that 21's has got a pretty strong horse underneath the hood. And here comes Phil Parker. He's jumped in ahead of Kyle Matthews. Paul Minnick's won here at Talladega before here. Here comes Parker's going to fall in behind Rob Evans in the 12 machine. 2 laps to go at Talladega. Minnick led that lap just barely here. Here to go into turn number 1. And Phil Parker going in the first place here. Matthews in second position. Anderson trying for third. And here comes Jefferson at number 30. Henry Samper's up there. Nathan Hudson's getting into it. We talk about possible first-time winners here. Jordan Anderson's never won in this series before. He could possibly pull off an upset. And some of the other drivers has not won in a long time here in this series. Jefferson's not won in a long time. Henry Sanford's also looking for his first win. Hudson's not won in a long time. Rogers have won this season at North Wilkesboro. He could become the first repeat winner. Kyle Matthews to the lead into the start-finish line, but the white flag. There'll be one lap remaining here at Talladega in the Winston 500. Here comes Jay Jefferson to the low side. White flag is out. Let the shuffle begin on the final lap. Here we go. Jefferson out in front. Henry Sanford down the low side of the track. Down the stretch for the final time. What are they going to do? Zach Rogers looks low. He makes it 3 wide for the lead for second place here. Jay Jefferson, car number 30, pulls out a bit of a lead here. Rogers closes up here. He's got the push from Dylan Young in the number 2 car. Rogers up in the back bumpers. They come off turn number 4. He ducks to the inside of Jefferson. So start-finish line they come. They'll be side by side. Jefferson in the 30. Rogers in the 1. They're side by side to the line. It is Zach Rogers winning the Winston 500 at Talladega. Another fantastic Talladega finish, and Zach Rogers becomes the first repeat winner this season. He won earlier at North Wilkesboro, and now he wins a very exciting Winston 500 at Talladega, the number 1 Skull Classic. Oldsmobile started from the pole and gets the win here today. What a tremendous finish. Jay Jefferson, I thought might have had a shot to possibly pull it off. Didn't quite work out, though. Margin of victory, 35 thousandths of a second, 66 thousandths from first to third. A terrific finish here today. Like I said, Talladega, I said, never disappoints seldomly, but it didn't that time by. Unbelievable. Average speed, not much of an average, though. 116.403 because of those 3 caution flags we had. Jay Jefferson comes home second. Third will go to Ryan George. Fourth to Dylan Young. Cole Deaver comes home fifth, finally breaking that bad run jinx he had been having the last few races. Nathan Hudson comes home sixth. How about Jean Sanford coming home in 7th place? A great day for her. Zachary Fitzwater 8th. Jordan Anderson with a 9th place run, and and Anderson, I think, was last place in the points coming in too. So some very well-needed runs for guys like Anderson and Gene Sanford. Both Henry Sanford even had an 11th place run, even though he got beat up by a smidgen by his brother Charles for 10th in that race. Charles comes home 10th, Henry 11th. Benjamin Miles comes home 12th, Jackson Haywood 13th. Kyle Matthews dropped to 14th on the last lap of the race here. Matt McIntyre 15th, Paul Bennett 16th. He was the leader on the last restart. Bear in mind, Phil Parker, not quite the plate like he had in this race like he did in the Daytona 500 though, but still survived the race nonetheless. Though he comes home 17th, Johnny Gardner 18th, Mike Becker 19th, and Cab Shearer comes home in 20th position. Quentin Moore dropped back late in the race as well. He comes home 21st there. He was matching his car number. Jessica Shelton, 22nd. Christian Russell, 23rd. William Brock, 24th. Keith Batson recovered to come home 25th. Kat Batson, 26th. Those two finished about side by side with each other. Joshua Osborne, 27th. 28th, Ryan Brommer. Matt Haas, Adam Garcia, Mitchell Collins, Levi McIntyre, and Laura Chung was the last of the lead lap finishers in today's race here. 4 cars finished a lap down or more here. Rob Evans, Jacob Thibodeau, Wade Brummer, and Jesse Turner was 2 laps down in 37th. His bad luck continues this season as well, too. He qualifies well, but seems to have suspect luck in the racer, but who's to say? Cars out of the race because of the crashes here. Alex Miller, Dylan Pote, Seth Cole, and Nathan Ormond. So that was so that's the story from the Winston 500 Talladega Super Speedway. Congratulations again to Zach Rogers, his first Talladega victory, his second victory of the season, becomes the first repeat winner this season. And I think it's also his first at Talladega as well. I may be wrong on that, but anyway, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inter-races, gaming videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series as well, which is in full swing, and I guarantee his races are a lot better than what I have to offer too. I guarantee you that. So that will do it today at Talladega Super Speedway here. For now, this is James Cole. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you on the twisty turns at Sonoma.